Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Dotson in motion right. Now McCarthy.
Gosh, dude.
To the left side, he's got Branch. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Drake London, his intended target. And it's third down. Now you look at this Saints defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
To the air with McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Shuck now to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw now, Shuck. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. Achane. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
This a 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And a Falcon first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and it's 3rd down. You look at the Saints defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
McCarthy's pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Up the middle, Achane. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Now 3rd and 10.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And London motioning left. Robinson up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. First down, Falcons.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to about the 48-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's good for the Saints.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
To throw his shot. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
this throw is going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Now they'll change things up. Third down, Shuck from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Charlie Smith for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing to start the drive, McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Shuck. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
With a dime look on defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They will throw again, Shuck. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now Shuck. Flush to his right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
To kick off for Atlanta.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Brown on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll go play action with Shuck. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
This pass is caught by London. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now McCarthy rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll pitch it to Robinson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To the air with McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On third down, Achane. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. To throw now, Shuck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet. But
oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Taken down by Pete Warner. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's McCarthy. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 68 yards. And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Folk connects on the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Folk out there now to kick this one off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shuck now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down at 48. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Being chased out left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw is Shuck. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down to the 32. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down, Falcons.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
1st down, Atlanta.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the first.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Falcons.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That is caught. Branch with it.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A gain of 29
Clock
yards.
management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
McCarthy going to throw again.
That's to the right side, hauled in by Branch. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Falcons 22. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk out there now to kick this one off.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Down the sideline he goes.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First down and goal to go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of